Good evening, everybody. Oh, how about I greet you? Good evening, my people. How are you doing? Today I was almost not coming online. Good evening. Ada, I greet you. Good evening. I'll try to be as brief as possible. So, good evening, my people. You're welcome to this live video wherever you're joining me. So, I was trying something with settings. It wasn't going and the time was going, so I decided to just come. You're welcome once again. I said to you all, how about Chide? You're welcome. My brother Henry, you're welcome. Samuel Oge. Lam, I greet you. You know, this your name is like symbolic to what IPOB and all this Biafra freedom fraudsters is doing, because they come as the crowd, as the Oha, and they want to swallow the rest of us. And so, this your name is like is maybe symbolic to us that this phenomenon did not start today. So, Maxwell, I greet you. I say you have a very interesting surname, Oherilem. It means, if you are not careful, the crowd will swallow you, the fully majority, the stupid majority. They will become, you will think the whole world, everything. They're nothing. So when I see a name like yours, or Herilam, it means something like this is always what every generation will deal with, and that there are always people, a minority that will stand out and said, no, this or her that is coming like a head of cattle, Haga Herim or Herilam, thank you. Yeah, say Oherilam. Now, this is actually what we stand for on this platform. Just because you are there moving as a mob, eh? Yeah, mob, doesn't mean that you should come and swallow us. We also have a right to life, even though we are not as many as you. Even if it is only one person, that person, that minority has the right too. Allow them to have their say. Don't use your heart to realign. You will not go green. That's why I say, they're not go see me chop. Good evening, my people. You're welcome to this live video. So when I came on social media this evening, I ran into a video that was talking about a Yoruba nation declaration. And one of the things that normally comes up all the time, people keep on saying, they can't believe that Igbo people can be stupid like this. So, and they used to think that Igbo people are wise. How come they fell for something like this? They can't believe it. And I keep telling them that anybody can fall for this scam. You just have to repeat it enough. It's all about repetition. You repeat it just like a newborn baby. When you buy a when you give birth to a newborn baby. So most of the things they are going to learn, they will be learning it from looking at you repeating the same thing. Repetitions everywhere. They will, from there they will pick it up. So there's always that room for people to pick up fake information, false information that is repeatedly repeated into their consciousness, and they will at some point it will become part of what they know. Good evening, Fedeko. So I was just like, wow. I said, so Yoruba people, you people are still, you are not even, like we always say, our people, you saw what happened in the Northeast. You didn't want to learn. Instead, you loved it. You were like, look at them. Look at your Boko Haram. Look at how the government are preparing them. Look at what they are doing. Look at how they are enjoying. Look at how they are rehabilitating them. And, you are so attracted to whatever is going on there. And you allowed an anarchist to bring it down to you. And you were wondering like, how come they are not able to see what is going on in the Northeast? And a lot of people from the Northeast, even from the Northwest, they come to my platform sometimes, they make comments, they call our brother, for example, Mohammed, is always making comments. Look, they should learn from what happened, but they cannot learn. You understand? And now we are seeing Yoruba people, they even went a step further. They made a declaration. Like Kano, in all his fraud, he has not even gone that far because you know that he's not doing anything. He has not gone through any process. That's why he's going through the way of criminality underground, unknown people in the bush, that kind of a thing. Good evening. So I'm just looking at this video today. I was just laughing. I say, oh, at the end of the day, everybody, it don't go round with everybody don't get their own bingos. So nobody have right to say insult anybody again. The bingo is it don't go round, my people. Let me I was just laughing. I was just laughing when I was looking this video. They said they went to Kogi State. They are ready for Yoruba Nation, and one Onitiri was the one that was doing it. Yoruba Nas. So ah, oh, what did I do? Yeah. uh I don't want it to talk. So they said they were going on their way to Yoruba Nation. They are going to declare Yoruba Nation. And so maybe I can allow you to talk a little bit. You say, are you seeing? They are going to form the Yoruba Nation. So this is the video they were showing. They say it's a mega. So see the Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Are you hearing? Let me know. Because good evening, Alicia. I'll get back to you. Hey, whoa. My people, are you people hearing what they are saying? Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation. They are not even seeing as it is going down in the southeast to learn. Everybody is desperate to do their own. See them. Now this one won't give you Yoruba nation. So they are going and doing Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. Yoruba. No going back. They don't want they don't want to learn from Oyendufu. And Oyendufu didn't even go as far as now, he kept saying, we'll get back from my army, so we will go. But he has not even, he didn't even go as far as say, from today on, we are now doing Biafra. But this one, yeah. And I heard when they were doing the interview, then I don't know where they were having that conversation. One was saying, hey, Joe, Emma, say we are doing rally, not a declaration. Emma feel declaration. Simbe, don't put declaration there. It's rally. It's rally. I don't know who this woman is. She don't fast forward, go do declaration. So now all of them, people like Maya Egun, I don't know what London is doing to our people. I don't know. Once they go to that London, all of them are always coming from London. I don't understand. It's like when they go abroad and go to London, you get water where I don't know. Why is it that all this thing is coming from people living in London? When we are saying when we are starting to see the first sign of IDP of Igbo extraction yesterday. Now this one that they enter road, they say no going back. Like seriously, are you people okay? Europe, no Nigeria again. They don't do the declaration. So we are all in this together. So Patunubu, you don't enter the same boat where your running mate still there inside now. See your people. No going back. They say no more Nigeria. How many of them? 7 people. Good evening, Chike. Wọ́n ti ṣetán, wọ́n ti kúrò nú. So they say the person's name, the leader is Onitirin. I don't even know which one. Yoruba nation. I see they hot. I say, oh, now well done, no. My people. Okay, he doesn't live in London. He lives in Scotland. I don't know, but he shall live in the United Kingdom. There is something about that United Kingdom. I don't know. Now people for that side, I don't know. I know they understand Una too much. Where Kanu from United Kingdom? Adeyinka grandson from United Kingdom. It's UK. Good evening. You say make I support one. I want support one. You know how many army recycle today? As a day like this, my life is sweet me. Maybe if Bianca Ojukwu carry her husband matter for head, I feel up on the whole bag. Yeah. There's something there. If like say you get the kind of suffer where they like I don't understand. Everybody will go that place, he go the body go the boil, he go won't come born down Nigeria, for sure the people, but he go just they worry them. What thing they happen? London, me I they talk London because the seat of power of the United Kingdom is in London. I should be not there the Buckingham Palace day. I be not there the king day, the former queen, not there she day. The British Parliament, na there it is. Na United Kingdom, na there be their main power. I don't know. More na check on herself. Maybe get water. What na they drink for them? Because anybody way they reside for that United Kingdom, many times the thing it they worry them too much. I don't know why. I know no so. The bingo don't go round though. The bingo is they say no going back. I've shown you people the video that they used that day to to be doing their own referendum. I was like, I don't know, Jare, my people. So this is the main news today. Although when that video that they were doing that referendum, it was a very funny video. I don't know if I will still see that video again, where they were voting. They are active, and all their activities is also in that United Kingdom. Let me even see this video where there's a video where they were voting, and when they are doing all these things, is the Biafra people, all these people that are interested in Biafra in one way or the other. They will be liking it, they will be forwarding the videos and using the videos as a statement. So let me show you this video briefly. You see them, Yoruba nation. They go still carry they support their brothers. And na London, I don't know, London people, more na check where the water una dey drink for that side, e get as e be. So they don unite they don forget say Yoruba cowardly Yoruba Fulani. Then you just say you wan comot for Nigeria, you go get friends, partner in crime. Very funny people. When I explain for us, I don't know, because they do us like that for this side. Say, where you go there for London, you go there United Kingdom, you go there, this body go just the worry on her. Like that guy, that Mayegun, he likes to talk about, like, he even talk about Nigeria more than the people living in Nigeria. We'll be talking about the Naira, talking about. One time I even made a comment on his program, like, I mean, the United Kingdom is going through recession, and there's high inflation, and the pounds also is having its own struggle. How come you don't even give your viewers some kind of comparative advantage? Let them even see also what is going on there. No, every day you say, Nigeria, oh, this one. They say, good evening, Omega. You go say, I'm Oda. They say like that. I don't know. There's something in that London. Maybe, I don't know. There's something in that United Kingdom where they moved there. Good evening, Ezioku. You people miss. So I was showing them the video of Yoruba Nation. They don't declare Yoruba Nation. No. As it is now, Yoruba Nation is now existing parallel. And now very soon they will start rounding them. They will start rounding them up. One was even saying, no, don't write a declaration. No, Anshe rally or rally, Anshe na rally. They say, no, it's declaration. They already did the declaration. They have done the declaration, no, so they don't declare. Maybe they look now where the declaration they go. By the grace of God, now here we go. They look more, look. They ask me, look, oh, have you not seen Yoruba Nation? My own is Osabego. Look, chapter what? Now, church girl be. I only understand in church terms. Look at Yoruba Nation. Hey, Joe, look, chapter what, verse what. Maybe we'll join you, they read, so that we'll go there attentive. I don't know. So all the people in that place are not foreigners. So they don't even fast forward, go down to Yoruba Nation. Even people see they do bush baby, they do pie, disappear, come inside bush. This one, they don't even go a step further. They don't declare independence. Oh, okay. Oh, now look man with the see, don't look modus activated. So let me just quickly talk about I was telling you guys, I posted about the 13% derivative that they are paying to our governors from those states that are receiving 13% derivative for the oil that is being taken from their region. So it was supposed to be an added advantage to the people. So I want us to look at that picture again and see how much is going to each state. Um, so so as you can see, you are looking at the biggest is Delta states, like seriously, Delta state. Yeah, Delta state, 142 billion naira, and absolutely nothing to show for it. Do you know that? Yes, so we are hailing. Adekunle Rosulu, he say Yoruba nation ló do that. Dey clap for una. Una do am kpakpakpa. Una no too waste time. Una no enter bush, come outside, na straight to the point, straight declaration. So, I thank una. Of course, who doesn't know? It's the people that allow their emotion to sway their thinking, that doesn't know that all this freedom fraud is about scamming gullible people from their money. But I think that there's absolutely something that is triggering the people. Maybe it's the small space that they need to live in. When you live, even if you were living in the village, you will still have more space than when you go to the United Kingdom. They say the living spaces are very small. I don't know, maybe that's a trigger. They say, maybe they will be having that. The way I'm looking at it, I feel like maybe they will be experiencing what the prodigal son experienced, and they will say, let me go home to my father. After all, in my father's home it was better. Even servants did not suffer the way. I hope you people know the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, that the father is a king. He went to the father and said, give me my own share, and then he went out to live large and squandered his own share. And so he had to work and earn a living, and he couldn't get a good job. He was having a rough time. They were making him work in very poor condition, barely anything to eat. Good evening, Aero Benny. And then he was thinking about it and saying, maybe I will have to go back to my home, go back to my father. In my father's house, there are servants, and they don't even eat this kind of food. Servants in my father's house. So, and I'm thinking that maybe because of the precarious conditions that they meet, with all the expectations and the things that they left behind, the living conditions they left behind, in comparative to what they are experiencing, and the culture shock and everything, that they will be thinking, I want to go home. After all, I know, maybe things were not great, but it was like I'm going to spend so much years, like it's going to be like a rabbit hole for me. And then they want to go home, and it's like there's no way back. They can't see themselves coming that home like that. There's a lot of shame. Like, you see, this one went abroad, cannot succeed, and there's a lot of like, where do you want to start from? Because most people, when they are going, they burn bridges. They don't leave the back door open. They don't have anything left. So they are like in this precarious situation. This is my own personal analogy. I don't know. I feel like this is how it comes across to me when I see most of the people that are pushing this propaganda is coming from people who live in the United Kingdom, that they want push this, like they don't even think about the larger impact of triggering a massive disruption of the largest Black population oh okay, thank you. So the stream is back. Yeah, you understand. So I feel like they are not putting into consideration the impact of what will happen to people of African descent at a time like this, if anything should just really happen in that magnitude to Nigeria. And they're like, they want it down, spoil, scatter, that they within hope. Maybe I'm feeling like, so that they will not have that how will I put it, that feeling or that reality of being left behind. Like even upon say you traveled out to get ahead, to do better, you are coming back, and those ones you left at home are like in a better place, have stabilized their lives, have married, maybe you have a small house or whatever. Like, they have left you behind. So instead of you to come back to a state where they've left you behind, you would rather that everything is spoiled, that everybody is from ground zero, and you will feel comfortable to come back because everything is on ground zero. This is what I think. He said they, he said Abio, they can't. Ew. I wonder, oh, I wonder, um, you know, the thing is, there is a lot of difficulty, but the difficulty can be better. For example, if a state like Delta State will get 142 billion, like someone made a comment and said that this money, Victor Dada, he said, according to Delta State Commissioner for Finance, because all eyes are like, sure. So Delta State to the collect this kind of money, she oh boy, maybe they are just like, and then they started looking for explanation, saying, according to Delta State Commissioner of Finance, the money is spread within 5 years. The quarterly payment of 700 million, which they have received 3 times. Does it matter? Like, does it matter? Does it matter? But in accumulation, did you get 142 billion or not by 2021? Did you get it or not? And where is it? Look at that Ned Nwoko. What does he do for a living? That what did they call him? This little girl. He went to marry this Nollywood star. What does he do for a living? He's a politician. He's a PDP politician. And they are holding sway in that state, and there's nothing to show for it. There's nothing to show for it. In 2021 or thereabout, or 2020, there was a little girl that was going home because they beat her, and she was very angry. She was like, why not they beat me? She been at school. I know they go is go, something like that. Favor. Was it Favor was her name? Reminds me, that girl went viral. And then, because that story went viral, it now took the whole people to be looking at what is the school that they are even beating the child for. The school, no roof. It used to be an upstairs with a big compound, but the school was so dilapidated. It was a shame. Yeah, it was Favor now. I remember at that time, people in Delta State, they started posting pictures of schools in Delta State. Like they were so deplorable. And I remember at that time I did a video on YouTube, and YouTube censored that video because it was just like unbelievable. It was just such, and I'm looking at this is in an oil producing state in Delta State. Precious. Is it Precious or Flavor? I don't know. Like Precious. Okay. Precious. Hey, Success. Success. Her name was Success. I know these data people, and the answer names like my own Blessing, um, Favor, Grace, all those kind of destiny. So that's why I'm just I don't know which one of it, but I know it was a positive side, Success, Favor, yeah, Precious, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, we can be versing. He was versing since he said agreement is agreement. They did agreement. They didn't stay with the agreement. So, Wike has been very angry and he exposed what is going on. So, I'm dwelling on that aspect because I'm looking at guy, man, just look at because even Akwa Ibom that got 91 billion, we saw what they did. Like, even though Akpabio is being accused of embezzlement and all those things, but we still saw his handwork in spite of the embezzlement. But we don't see anything like that in Delta State. Like, this is a shame. Even Wike, we are seeing that Wike is at least they dash money, they doing jamboree, they employ 200,000 people in one day, that kind of a thing. He's doing flyover every corner, every road, that kind of a thing. So he start doing his own job, but that money day, and he tried to do presidency. So Wike, you can see that there is money, Egodi. But what do you want to say about Bayelsa State? Bayelsa State has more money than Rivers State. There is nothing to show for it. Nothing. No road. The people live in very poor conditions, very poor condition. And I didn't even know that Edo State is even getting more than Imo and Abia. Edo State, as Edo small like that. And still nothing for the people. Go to the route from northern Nigeria to Agadez to Libya. If you see 10 Nigerians, 8 of them are from Edo State, struggling to cross over to anything. They don't invest in education, they don't invest in infrastructure, nothing. Just like our own side, I'm still coming, I'm still coming, you know. So we now go to Imo State. The other time I was showing you roads in Imo State that they have not done, gully, major roads abandoned. But you see some that they did, maybe they will do it and they will redo it again. Maybe that one is in a major place, I don't know. And then we have seen the one of Abia State, no road, no nothing, no, they are not even paying salaries, like they are even getting 5 billion. So, I'm looking at this thing and say, okay, fine. So you now give states money as a federal government, for example. How come you don't have any instrument to checkmate the embezzlement that is going on in the states? I mean, you can say the people should hold their people governors accountable. With what instrument are they going to use to hold them accountable? The federal government, will have to provide the instruments. I don't know, or am I wrong? I'm thinking, like, if the federal government is not providing the instruments for the people to hold them accountable, are they going to use their ordinary hand? People that sit inside a bulletproof car, soldier and police that will be hanging on open truck. How do you want to hold them accountable? Eh? Yeah. So you can see that this is the money that they are receiving, and they are living large on it. School, they cannot build. Nothing. All they know is how to pitch you against yourselves, tell you how to hate everybody. EFCC, then let EFCC do their job. I don't know. Do people need to for example, form civil liberties, to report them? I don't know what has to be done, but essentially the government needs to do something. Bayelsa is more embarrassing because, according to Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, Bayelsa is the second poorest state, coming after Sokoto. Can you imagine somebody that is getting some of this money? You are looking at some African countries, this is more than their budget, like some African countries. This is more than their budget. The State House of Assembly needs to establish their own anti-graft agency to fight corruption at the state level. Okay. So, these are things that have to be talked about so that, for example, if we are even saying hold them accountable, so we can actually be talking about how can they be held accountable. And this is one of it, for example. And, when they do elections in the state, you know, most of the time the governor tries to make sure that the people who are in the state are almost in the state house of assembly are almost like their own personal appointees from their own party. So it's like, he's like their father and they are just eating together on the table. If it was like something that the way normally like in the US, that sometimes you see that the governor is for example Democrat, and if you come to the House of Assembly it will be dominated by the Republican Party, for example. In that way, that's how opposition checkmates government, because you are not in the same party. Remember I told you guys that everything that happens is politics of party. So when you are in the same party, it's like you are family. It's like, okay, you cannot do anything to bring each other down, because you are going to need each other to remain in power, to remain relevant. So they tend to, like, they don't snitch on each other. But when you are in opposition, you will do everything within your power to take down that person in power, so that someone from your own party will go there. You understand? So if the people are wise, what they should be doing is like what has happened to the Southeast is this blanket PDP everywhere. So everybody was PDP, governors, House of Rep member, everything was PDP. So it was like family business. They could embezzle at will. And I think the best way to evolve going forward is whoever the candidate is that is going to be, for example, the governor. If the people will have the understanding to kind of mobilize themselves to make sure that the people going for House of Rep in that state will not be from the same party with the governorship candidate that is getting the majority of the votes. You understand? So if you can have opposition members of the party, and then I really think that there needs to be a law, for example, a bill from the National Assembly, that this Chris carpeting from parties need to stop. So you don't just you are PDP just now, before the day breaks you become APC. You just, all you need to do is come and make an announcement and give a speech, and then you are in the other party like Fani Kayode. So I feel there needs to be a bill. So and as the politics is developing, that and evolving, that they will be able to, for example, develop their standpoints properly, where the party stands for, so that if you are changing party, you are basically changing core belief system, core value system. But I don't know how far that is. I'm just being a little bit in my mind and in my head here. um so Nigeria have to evolve politically. And I look at it, I see that even the US, everywhere, everybody is evolving. So it's going to evolve, but the evolution will come from the population also being taught, what is important, what to look out for. You understand? Bamidele say you are wrong. Under true federalism, the federal government has no power over the state. Even a state governor can stop the president of a country from entering his state. So power to check a state governor belong to the people. Okay, interesting. You see, I didn't even know. I'm not actually talking about the president. I'm thinking, for example, from the constitutional standpoint, or maybe from the House of Assembly, that they will make a bill, to give access to some kind of instruments. But then our brother also said EFCC is already an instrument. So yeah, this is the conversation we need to be having about how can we hold these governors um you know accountable. How can we hold them to account for this kind of money that went to Delta State? Is it not part of the money that Regina is flaunting, that the husband just dash her 10 million just like that? That 10 million is maybe school in that constituency that the man did not build, healthcare he did not build. He pocket all the money, use it to be marrying 10 wives and calling himself a rich man, billionaire with no source of money that or business. All their money is shrouded in go and get your own money. You are jealous. That kind of a thing. 10 million. 10 million. I'm telling you, 10 million. That the other just, where did he get the 10 million? Because he's a senator and he gets good money. And the money he's getting, he's supposed to have to do some constituency projects in that community. And he's not doing anything for those community. He's not. So the education needs to start. And the churches are also not doing their part. They are just, everybody's just exploiting the people. So I think the education will start, maybe, for example, Facebook. Cannot use Facebook to set all these young people up and destroy their life for nothing. And we can also use Facebook to sensitize people and teach them the proper things, to know the proper understanding of the way to go forward, so people can actually know what to fight for. What to fight for. Like, if you are in Delta State, you guys, you need to go straight to your state government house and demonstrate there without any stopping. Communities lock down the state and ask, demand for accountability. Where is the money? How many people are in Delta State? What is the population of Delta State? Well, how many square meter is the area of Delta State that they should receive this kind of money, and you are not able to see anything? Yeah, so and at the end of the day, after they are busy embezzling this money under one political party, they will be embezzling all the money. What do? They will now pay distractors, like all these freedom fraudsters, to distract you, so that you will not have eye to be seeing this. That's the main thing. They don't want you to see. If not that Wike, in his unconscious moment, he revealed the secret that they have paid them all the money. How will you know? Akwa Ibom is getting 91 billion. Ondo is getting 12 billion. Ondo State barely makes the news for anything. Ondo State, I've not even heard that anything magnificent or extraordinary is happening in Ondo State, but they get 12 billion. 12 billion, and their citizens are running up and down doing Yoruba nation. It's unbelievable. In fact, there was a time, I still remember, that they had some boys that were doing something similar to what Niger Delta boys were doing in Akoko Edo area, and they used area bombardment on them. I remember, So this is a big deal. I mean, this is coming from the cable. So I believe it is an authentic source with verifiable statistics. And I think it's something that the people in Nigeria can use and rely upon. You can use this kind of information, and mobilize yourself. Even if you mobilize yourself, they settle all of you with 1 million. How many people are in that Delta State? You people are not up to 10 million now. If you're not too much, you're not go be maybe 50,000. I don't know. What is the population of people in Delta State? Let's assume they are 50,000. If you give them 1 million, how much? They will still have all this money. I don't know why these people are greedy like this. There's no money in circulation. The money is in their pockets, in the hands of their friends. They don't pay salaries. They don't pay school fees. They don't fund schools. They don't further young people for skill acquisition. They don't build hospitals. Nothing. They don't even build markets. If you come to Abia State, that the people are predominantly actually traders and trading. They are not even building new trading facilities that they will have modern markets with facilities inside, that they will have like halls, like real malls that to the tune of 21st century. Nothing. It's still the same market like olden days, so 1 square meters shops. Nothing new, So My people, like I wrote in the um in my what I call it in my title, that many bingos were recycled today. I didn't share the videos because it was very difficult for me to look at the pictures, So maybe I will get to share the videos yet, I don't know, or the pictures. But yeah, they distract them. They don't want them to, know about these things that I'm showing you guys here. So they distract them, you know. They distract them. So yeah, this is really all I wanted to share with you guys today. I don't know if anybody wants to add anything. You are free to come online and join us. Let me share the link before I go. Nothing, oh, absolutely nothing. So yeah, at least if anybody wants to contribute anything, you are welcome to join. Yeah, so let's talk to ourselves. Let's stop the hate. These people have access to the money that is meant for the state, and they are using it for whatever they like, but they are not using it for the people. And we can make the people to understand that una money dey their hand, no dey let them deceive you. Your money dey their hand, collect your money, wake up, collect your money, wake up. Yeah, so I think we have a guest. Hey, my brother, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Blessedom.
Good
Apologies, I will not
evening.
be turning on my camera because I wouldn't spend much time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
don't have much time too, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for tonight's topic. I'll say just two things for me in my mind that will be the solution.
Okay.
First, you know, the National Assembly, they are sleeping, and the
Yeah,
federal government, they are dragging their feet. What I mean in regards to the declaration, Oduduwa Nation, and other groups in relation to this. What do I mean? What will it take the National Assembly to amend or pass new laws that will make it a federal crime? Whoever rises up to declare or such things illegally without following the legal process. That
hmm,
way, because whether we like it or not, most of these people, they are educated, most of them are lawyers.
yeah,
They are looking at the loopholes. And that
yeah,
is something we are still witnessing with Nnamdi Kanu's issue. Because all the lawyers are dragging the loopholes. Most laws hasn't got to be as old as Nigeria.
yeah,
Say, for example, there could be things that will be happening. Okay, now look during the COVID. In United Kingdom, to restrict movement, they had to pass laws around that COVID. When they finally relaxed everything, they abolished the law.
yeah,
But then they had to pass, at the interim, pass a law that could give the police the power, the local government, which is the boroughs, the power to
yeah,
implement those things. Otherwise, people would argue based on the premises of you can't put nothing on something to stand. There's no law guiding it.
yeah, yeah,
Now, moving forward, the National Assembly, they should consider this thing existential threat.
yeah,
Pass a law, to criminalize it or to make it whoever is going through it that is not through the right channel is illegal. I can
yeah,
give another example. When Catalonia did that in 2017,
yeah,
the parliament in Madrid, they voted Spanish law 105, they abolished it, and they put a law, bulletproof law, that
yeah,
nobody can rise again to pass such an illegal referendum in Catalonia again.
yeah,
Now, that is it. On the issue of the oil derivation and how money is being mismanaged.
mm,
Now, the National Assembly and the politicians, they would not want to move for the removal of that immunity clause in the Constitution. Because
mm,
now, even if there's evidence that a governor, a sitting governor, is pilfering the state treasury, the law protects the person, which is wrong. Because at the end of the day, if we are practicing presidential system of government or through federalism, which I believe currently, in my understanding, is presidential, there shouldn't be any immunity clause. Just like
yeah,
United Kingdom.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm United States of America. They don't have immunity clause.
Yeah, you
And
are, if you do anything, you are taken immediately. Yeah.
that is it. And
That's criminal,
secondly,
actually. We let them get away with so much because,
that is
like you always say, there is no pressure group, there is no civil liberty group, nothing. Just
is
people.
is it the
Yeah.
same? Okay, for example, now let me digress. We saw the National Bar Association, which is professional body of lawyers. We
Mm.
saw their convention or they did in Lagos. I mean, you can even not differentiate. This is a gathering of lawyers from motor packed out. At the end of the day, they fought, vandalized everything. I don't know whether that Tinubu sent them that one or whoever sent them. and, and just kidding. And their president even came out to say, their members were stealing phones and all those things. So we have a lot in our hands to do. Now, on corruption at state level, I believe, when the state governors, when they want to cry foul, they avoid the areas that affect them. Every
Mm.
state of assembly needs to pass laws that can checkmate corruption at the local level. You
Mm.
know, and EFCC, they need to get better. How do I mean? Say, for example, when they release such funds to states, it has to be in an account that the federal government agencies or Minister of Finance will be overseeing it, that
Mm.
approval. It is not about bureaucracy. It's not about bottleneck. At least, just like, how would I say it? There should be a body that should approve, you know. But again, instead to cry that they are impending on their rights. No. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if Wike did not say this thing last week, it would have remained a secret. But he said it. Oshomole now went to campaign, using it as a campaign, mantra and all those things. A lot is happening in Nigeria. And if only most of us on social media, those with voices or without voices, we can begin to see where the problem is. 5 billion naira is a lot of money for Abia State. And yet, in that 5 billion,
Mm.
nobody, the governor, I mean,
No
people
school
need to.
fees, no nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
Z Bazu claimed to use 20 billion naira to run his office for 2021 alone. I mean, what the hell? Now, do you know this? Abia State do not have a website. They don't have official email. What
Okay.
are they are doing is to avoid corruption. So they can't nail them. A
Yeah.
state like Abia State do not. They should have official websites, official email, not using individual emails. So at the end of the day, they can track these things from the server. So now, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to waste much time. The only
Mm.
time, if people are ready to have this conversation,
Yeah.
everybody needs to go back to their states and begin to have this conversation. Now, look at the excuse Ifa Yokowa is giving. If Wike is opening more kind of worms, even if he's doing his own thing with his G5. But at
Mm.
least, if he didn't say this thing, um, when he was commissioning the law school, that people are asking why he's getting money for this project. Now,
Yeah.
every states are getting. What are they doing with it? Say, for example, now the flood that happened in Bayelsa, like you said
Mm.
last time, Cross River is surrounded by water. Why did it not happen in Cross River?
Yeah.
People need to go and look at. There's a journalist, Joseph Morris. He's been writing about that flood even before the flood. Areas that the Bayelsa government need to dredge, what
Yeah.
they need to do, they did nothing.
They did nothing. They pocketed the money.
They, I mean, this year he was hampering on this flood that these areas are vulnerable is prone. They did nothing.
Nothing.
You know, thank you, man. I don't like I said, I don't want to spend much time. At the end of the day, if we are ready as a people, if we want to evolve, we need to have an honest and sincere conversation. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it is only Nigerians that will build Nigeria.
Yeah.
This thing was said by Condoleezza Rice. I think the year 2020, Clinton was still the president. They came to
Uh,
Nigeria for a visit.
yeah.
We must set our own standard and abide by it and uphold it. At the end of the day, if you try to discuss, people say you're comparing orange and apple, United Kingdom is 300 years. No, they are still evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the conservative, their manifesto is leveling up, which is, equity. That is where they're heading now. We don't have any
Development is a constant thing. It's always going on. And
at
look at the
least.
United Kingdom, look at the United States. Even though we say they are the established democracies and that they are Senate clients and all those things, we forget the history of our people in these countries. in which many of us that are living in these places are experiencing the aftermath of it. And you can imagine that if you can experience some of these things at this time, at a time when they beat their chest and say they have done well, how much more the people who had to live through it at its peak, even though it was a democracy, even though the countries were doing well. You know what I mean? So it has
It's,
been a constant evolution, and the people continuously fighting, for what
it's
they
Blessedom.
believe in, and for their rights, because you couldn't say you want to take up arms against the state. They will just delete you. So you
You know,
have to fight within the means of their law, and it's a continuous thing constantly, and evolution will be taking place gradually, getting better for each generation, each lifetime.
the funny thing for me, what I say is funny is that most Nigerians in diaspora, most of them are employed into professional bodies, and their jobs are sensitive, and they know they have to, you cannot deviate by the standard. Say
Yeah.
for example now, many Nigerians, when I mean many Nigerians, are chartered constructors. I don't know what they call them. They
Mm.
are chartered. None of them can compromise anything, even if
Mm-mm.
they go to supervise any site.
Yeah.
Why can't they do the same? Majority of Nigerians are into project management.
And because if they compromise it, that's the end of everything they built.
Not even
It
that's the
will-
end. They are going to jail. No, but like my own
yeah,
sector,
including plus going
my
to jail.
there is a law in place. If we breach anything relating to, not even data, the
Yeah.
CEO of the company is going to jail for 5 years.
Hmm.
So you don't want to go jail. So everyone go put their eye for ground. Ma, thank you so much. Like I said, I don't intend to stay so much. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, so my people, I want to appreciate everyone that joined me. I don't want it to be too much of a long video. What is else there to say? So hopefully by the grace of God, tomorrow we'll have more time. And yeah, if there's anything you want us to talk about, always you can let me know. And Adekunle Rosulu, first of all, I want to believe that you are an IPOB freedom fraudster that have used a fake name to be writing whatever you are writing. Because I don't know what that name Rosulu means in Yoruba. I may be wrong, but this is what I feel like saying at this point. And then, if you are indeed a Yoruba person and you are coming to say, why are Yoruba declaration they pay you Igbo? It's not paying me. Oh, I'm happy for you guys. At least you beat the Biafra to it. Eh, Shebi they are saying Biafra, they want to leave Nigeria. No, 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 I don't even beat them to it. Now then go come the pack they come off from they come pack come off for Yoruba nation. And so life be when you say you want something and prepare. So you are saying Biafra since now Yoruba don't fast forward, they don't even declare independence. So like joke, your benefit of a Nigeria for Yoruba territory don't finish. You don't turn to foreign and not to come out for there because Igbo land still dey for Nigeria. More na like the thing. Anyway, we'll get time to talk about it tomorrow. So I no dey jealous, I dey hail una. I greet you all. Have a great night. Good night. Good night.